Wow. Wow, what do I got to say tonight, huh? This has got to be one of the most shocking, I feel eerie, most, I would somewhat say a lot of turns and suspenseful Raws I've seen in a long time tonight. And there was a lot going on in this show tonight, okay? It was very shocking, and I'm gonna get through a lot of this tonight because there's a lot to speak on, a lot of things that went down tonight, especially just going through this and this entire show, which there was a lot of unexpected things tonight, and I'm not gonna say, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like Raw was the greatest thing tonight, but there was just a lot going on. It was a shocking ending, and I will get to that shocking ending, but let's get to the important part first. Pretty much the most important part of this entire show tonight. Roman Reigns came out, and he kind of had street clothes on. And it was something about it when he was wearing street clothes. I felt like something was really about to go on, but I just want to keep going into this as, Reigns said he owed everyone an apology. He said he would be a fighting champion, but that was all a lie. He pretty much said his name is Joe Anoy, and he said he has been living with leukemia for 11 years, and unfortunately is back, so he has to relinquish the Universal Championship. And he said he wasn't looking for sympathy or anything. He said he's been diagnosed with this, I believe, at the age of 22, I believe he said. And they were able to put it in remission very quickly, but it was the hardest time in his life. And he went from football to being jobless, and he thanked the WWE for all that they've given him. And he said he's made a lot of dreams come true and everything. He says whether you cheered him, booed him, anything. He would thank everyone for that as the people chanted, thank you, Roman. But he wanted to make this very clear that this is not a retirement speech, okay? He's going to go home, he's going to kick this disease's ass, and he will be back. And he said he would see everyone very, very soon. So he pretty much thanked everyone, and God bless, and there was a thank you Roman chant. The Shield came out, Seth and Dean, they pretty much hugged, and you could see the emotion on Seth's face as he looked like he was about to cry, and Ambrose, they were pretty much, it's sad. It's a sad situation was going down. Your Roman tried to hold it back, but I'll say this. We all watch professional wrestling, and I know it's always been said, there's always been a suspense of belief that we look at these people as, larger than life guys. But we have to remember these are real people, okay? And, I just want to make this really clear. And people, I've seen this all night on Twitter and stuff. This is not an angle. This is not a work. This is real, okay? This shit's legit, alright? This is life right here, okay? Leukemia is a horrible disease. Any form of cancer I believe leukemia is some type of cancer. If I'm not correct in that, but like I said, I've come on here. I've said a lot of things about Roman Reigns, but like I said, like everyone has said tonight, there's a difference between the character, and then there's a difference between the person. We do hate the character for the way they have pushed him in many things, but we're not gonna hate on the real man, the guy, Joe Anoy and everything. So people really, need to really stop acting like this is some type of angle or anything going on with this, okay? Listen, it's pretty much, everyone's saying right now, and I said to myself, listen, thoughts and prayers to him. Hopefully this man makes a very speedy recovery. He beats this leukemia, and he will be back very soon. And I really do believe that. I do believe he will beat this horrible fucking disease. because there were, like I said, I didn't know about this was shocking. I was genuinely shocked. I didn't really believe it at first, but I heard that they said that Roman he was off of some over the weekend, off of house shows they took him out of. So, you know, I don't think nobody knew what was going on. People assumed this was an injury, but it was not. And the fans, I'm glad they were very classy and everything. They pretty much listened, and you heard boos in the beginning, but nobody didn't really boo. They pretty much showed respect to Roman Reigns when he announced this whole disease going on with him right now. So we don't know. I heard something. Listen, we don't know when Roman Reigns will be back. I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, I'm no type of fortune teller, and listen, we'll get to a lot of this in the company because I see there was a lot of changes tonight. Okay, we saw a lot and lots of changes, but what can I say else about this? Like I said, it's been a very eerie night, and a lot of people, some people didn't even really watch Raw after what they saw tonight, but they did show respect. You've seen a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers from any company show their respect. Pretty much thoughts and prayers to Roman Reigns. Hoping he beats this fucking disease and will be back very soon. But it's like I said before. Cancer is nothing to fuck with. Leukemia ain't nothing to fuck with. Ain't none of that shit is, alright? And I don't know anybody really with it, but come on, nobody would even wish their worst enemy. No one will ever wish this type of disease on anybody. And when I'm reading some comments on Twitter, people acting like this is some good thing or something. Okay, listen, this was just an unfortunate circumstance, and people need to really stop acting like this was something really to cheer about. It's really messed up. Okay, it really is. And the broadcast team addressed it, and like I said, no, I don't think anybody saw this coming. No one did. No one didn't see this coming. It's unfortunate, but this is a real life situation, and all you can really do is just anybody out there, you really just give your thoughts and prayers to him, and hopefully we will see this man back one day in the company again. Alright, I do believe it. He will beat this shit, and he will be back. But with him giving up the Universal title, I'm not gonna like saying this, but it's like everyone says, the show must go on. Alright, the show must go on. So I just wanted to pretty much give my thoughts on the entire Roman Reigns relinquishing the title situation right there, and how this is really gonna affect a lot of things. But moving on into the next part of the show, Finn Balor went against Bobby Lashley. Lio Rush continues to annoy the crap out of me on the microphone. Balor pretty much got a roll up on him. Wasn't really that bad of a match, but Lashley's gonna get some type of payback on Balor now. Since Lashley is now the new Lex Luger. I still don't know where this is going, but it's Lashley versus Finn, the big guy, little guy story again. How many times have I heard that before? Next thing we know what happened next. Ziggler and McIntyre in the back, talking about Strowman watching the back, says, McIntyre said I had to take him out first. Okay, the writing was on the wall. It was kill or be killed. And we'll get more on Strowman later. Next, and this is a match, and dude, let me say one thing about this whole Evolution pay-per-view. And first off, I didn't know this pay-per-view was this Sunday. I didn't know this was a 3.5 hour show. This thing feels very poorly booked with thrown together matches. Well, and I'm only looking forward to like 3 of them, but what was this announced today? The Riot Squad versus Sasha, Bayley, and Natalya. How many freaking times have I seen this? And, I feel bad for Sasha. She's out of the company because she was injured for probably about a month or 2, if I'm correct. And she's got to come back to do the same freaking thing again? How many times are we going to see this? Okay, like seriously, how many times are we going to see this whole, Sasha and Bayley versus the Riot Squad? We've seen it way too many weeks, too many 6 women tags, or too many variations of it, and it's like the same old freaking crap again. Wasn't a bad match with Sasha and Ruby Riott in the ring, but Ruby got the win. Riot Squad gets involved. Bailey and Natalya get involved. Riot hits the Riot kick, so Riot Squad gets some type of heat, and get ready for another 6-woman tag. Who really wants to see that? Like I said, it's only really, and this whole Evolution thing. They had Nia Jax reading look like a PSA announcement, talking about she wasn't going to squander her next opportunity to title in this battle royale. Because what do you really have on this show? Because I know, come on, I still don't even want to see Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey. Come on, I didn't want to see it before the rumors, when the rumors were going. I still don't want to see it now. The only matches I really feel like I'm looking forward to is the Charlotte versus Becky in the Last Woman Standing. Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm not down anything NXT. And the Mae Young Classic. The Battle Royale, we're just throwing anybody in there because they didn't really have enough for these women to do. What was it? Trish and Lita versus Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, which I heard she is injured now. I didn't read what her injury was, but
she's by Will Smith.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Sorry about that, but come on, no one really wants to. I don't know. Not saying no one, but Alexa Bliss is hurt, so I don't even know what her injury is. I don't know if it was a face injury, if I'm correct. I'm not even remember what the injury was, but that was changed kind of to a tag match at the last minute. But this the whole Evolution thing, dude. They barely promoted this. I feel like it's been poorly booked. A lot of, like I said, it's only like 3 matches I'm looking forward to. Everything else I probably most likely won't give a crap about. Am I gonna watch it? Yeah, but I'm not really gonna think it's gonna set the world on fire or anything. I'd be surprised if it turns out to be a really good show. But right now, it's just I'm looking at it as, oh, that's next week. I really didn't know it was next week. I didn't know it was a go home show for this. So yeah. But moving on from that, D-Generation X came out. Some people thought they brought him out to lighten up the mood, I guess, but Triple H and Shawn were out there pretty much talking about Kane and Undertaker, how they went to a boiler room at the Knoxville City Hall, got to take shots at the mayor, formerly known as Kane, and put on a mask and everything. But he says, I hate to break this to you boys, but neither of us are running for mayor, Shawn said. Triple H then talked about a sequel to a movie that came out 40 years ago, and now it's #1 at the box office, and it's nostalgia and everything, saying we're old and stuff. But listen, 70,000 people, in Australia wanted to see us, okay? So DX are back, what the X means on this shirt, and that, maybe old is just a polite saying, we're better. And, Triple H talked about the whole DX shirt, and, the future is now, and we're running that now too. Of course, people want to try to chant NXT, which, once again, let me say this here, they continue to say Crown Jewel, but we still don't know where the Crown Jewel is even at. So that is still a mystery right now, if it's even really in Saudi Arabia. But pretty much they talked about Undertaker and Kane, and they said they were going to kick their asses at the Crown Jewel. Shawn was about to say 2 words for you, but Undertaker and Kane showed up at a graveyard then, pretty much talking about DX, and that they speak of arrogance and their pride, but this will be their destruction, as they have these graves that pretty much have their birth dates all the way to November the 3rd, I believe, of this pay-per-view, and that Triple H just stayed away, and Shawn said retired, as Kane said, and that you will not avoid the Reaper and turn back the clock, and that both of them will rest in peace and they will take their souls. So more promotion for the Brothers of Destruction versus DX at Crown Jewel in whatever city this will be in. We don't even know, but it's going to be in some type of city if we ever find out. Paul Heyman was out there to cut a promo. A little bit somber at first, as he wanted to send his thoughts and prayers to Roman Reigns also. And, it is humbling with the locker room to show such courage and greatness, and that, he has to go and explain what they witnessed was a sacrifice, that you know, he sacrificed his career and obligations and everything to where he is today. And he knew that until tonight. And, because now the match has now changed. Now it is a one-on-one with Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. And as you know, Paul started to put over the title and everything. He pretty much told Strowman that he is not worthy and that he is not in Brock's league. He is not in Brock's universe. He has no type of being he will not be champion. Okay, he's not even in Brock Lesnar's species. Strowman then came out then, which I guess now Strowman is automatically face now, so you're gonna get a lot of heel face turns tonight on this show. And I'm assuming Strowman is face now at this point, but Strowman pretty much said, he told that Lesnar he's going to kick Brock Lesnar's ass all over Crown Jewel. He's going to bring the title back to Monday Night Raw. And between the differences with him and Roman Reigns, once he beats leukemia, he will be the first one in line to get a title shot. And that, Lesnar's going to get these hands. Drew pretty much blindsided him with a Claymore kick, as Drew did say he was going monster hunting. So I'm assuming Strowman is the face and McIntyre's the heel. I'm really gonna go out with that, as McIntyre said it was kill or be killed, and that he's not afraid of monsters. Elias was there for a song until Apollo Crews pretty much came out. I feel like the crowd was mostly cheering Elias, to be honest, more throughout this match. Elias went with the drift away then. They went to some Kurt Angle promo as he's talking about a lot of the people he's faced over the years in this World Cup, talking about the best in the world, who's the best in the world, and that if Kurt Angle still has it in that. So they really kind of went on from that, trying to see if Kurt can win this entire thing, saying he was the same man he was 15 years ago if we're going by WWE logic. We're not going to talk about TNA when he still put a lot of great matches on over there too. And they act like Kurt Angle's been gone for a long time, but I'm not going to get into that. Elias was there for a second performance since he was feeling good after his win, but Corbin came out, says you don't have time for any performances, and we got more important stuff going on. As Corbin says you need to go and everything. Elias pretty much had a song going on, and that pretty much Corbin is a puppet with Stephanie's hand up his ass, but Corbin told him to cut his mic and everything, get out of here. Elias came back and hit him with the guitar from behind, which I'm assuming now Elias is face. I'm really gonna assume that, so I guess that's where that's gonna go now. It was time for the contract signing between Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey. The Bellas came out. I find it hilarious that Nikki Bella tried to do some shadow boxing thing with Brie. Of course, she's got to do a stripper dance coming out. And Rousey pretty much made a beeline to the ring. They got out of there. They said, we're not going to fight you in Providence. Rousey said, sign the contract. I'm not going to beat you up tonight. I'm going to wait till Sunday. And you have my word. And the Bellas pretty much start talking. Well, Nikki started talking about her. Said, you promised your mother you would win the Olympics and a world championship. You promised her that you wouldn't get hurt in the octagon and, UFC and retire undefeated, and that your mother's ashamed of you, and now what's she gonna think when a diva beats her for the title? Then Nikki slaps her after signing the contract. Ronda looks at her and says, come Sunday I will end you. I give you my word. Wasn't a great segment this last week, but it pretty much sets the for the main event. I'm really not looking forward to this match, to be honest. It's just kind of whatever, but it's coming, so just get ready. But it was a pretty good segment, I will say that. But I just don't take the Bellas. I just don't take Nikki Bella seriously to even put this into some type of even playing field between her and Ronda Rousey in a match. Like I said before, they've not booked this Evolution thing well, and I really don't know what's gonna happen. I honestly don't. I really, really don't, because it just feels like it's all over the place. And let me make one other thing clear. Did they even sell out that thing? They never sold it out, did they? I don't think they ever did sell it out. Last time I remember, it was low ticket sales, so I don't think they sold it out. Next thing you know, they interviewed Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins as talk about they were going to win titles tonight, and that they were going to do this for Roman Reigns tonight. So it almost kind of tell you, even I thought like they really can't lose, can they? Ember Moon versus Tamina versus Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke. I don't really care. All I know is that I think Tamina knocked Jax out the ring or something. Moon hit eclipse on Tamina, won the match. Battle Royale, I don't really care. Don't care. It's a Battle Royale, but I'm not even sure. It's for a title shot. Maybe Moon will win. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not really looking forward to it. Titus O'Neil's out there to talk about what was he out there? Oh yeah, the breast cancer thing. The whole Susan G. Komen. Listen, I understand. If he has a connection to all this in the story, yeah. And I know the guy does a lot of charity, so it wasn't bad. I still think the whole Susan G. Komen thing was a freaking scam, and I'm sure a lot of you know that. But I'm not gonna really go against him on this. I just know that, listen, breast cancer is serious, but that Susan G. Komen stuff, it's a fucking scam. Trish and Lita were being interviewed in the back. As you know, they say, from the Attitude Era and stuff, and that they were going to win the match this Sunday. Fox just shows up to be crazy, saying that they were going to lose and send them back packing. Mickey James attacked from behind. They started attacking them, which was a pretty big brawl. Mickey got on the mic saying, we're going to take them out this Sunday, but Trish and Lita came back and laid out both Fox and Mickey James. Main event time, Shield versus Drew and Ziggler. This was really good. And the tag match was really great, I will say that. Strowman came out, which I'm assuming he's a face. There was a ref bumped in. Him and McIntyre fought in the crowd. Seth was able to get the curb stomp on Ziggler. Ambrose woke the referee up. New tag team champions, and they hugged. But then this is where some are now saying, what I've read now recently, a perfect heel turn. And I'm going to say more of this in the end. But he dirty deeds on Seth. And he says, you think I'm funny? You think I'm funny? I guess he got mad at that whole lunatic time thing last week, as he continued to say. He punched Seth. There was a lot of curse words that they blocked out. Ambrose then picked up the titles and threw them in Rollins then, as he threw them on the outside. And he told him to watch his mouth for calling him the lunatic time and stuff. He opened the concrete off the apron, off the ground, and he hit him with a dirty deeds. He took off his Shield gear, walked through the crowd, which the crowd even actually agreed with him in a way. So were people cheering Ambrose? Because you can see the genuine shock on people's face. But when I heard that guy said, yeah, he deserves it, man. All right. He had a right to turn. He had every right to turn. He had a reason to do it. So in a way, I'll give them one thing. That was a very shocking heel turn. Because even I didn't think they were going to do it. Even I was like, maybe they'll pull the trigger tonight. But this was probably the best time to do it. Yes, we took a very important situation that went down. That pretty much had the crowd in a very, somber mood and everything. Of what was going on tonight and the tone of it. But this was a heel turn. Okay? This was shocking. I'm sure people were looking for a feel-good ending tonight. I'm sure they were. But now it had to be a heel turn from here. Because, listen, this has been being teased for I don't know how many weeks and months now if Ambrose was going to turn. But given the situation and the circumstances with Roman tonight, I guess this was their reason to turn him heel. And it did shock the crowd. You look at the people's faces. That was genuine shock. No one saw that coming, okay? No one saw it coming. In a way, I felt like it, but I didn't think they were going to do it tonight. Let's just have the feel-good moment and move on. But in a way, I guess they struck the perfect time to do it. And people are saying that was a perfect heel turn. We had a lot of turns tonight. And, you know, I'm looking at it because, come on, where we had Strowman face, which I feel like he's not even going to win that title Sunday, but we do need a champion on Raw. It's like people said, you know, with the unfortunate circumstances with Roman, where does this main event scene go? Some people think it's going to be Drew and Strowman for the title. I don't know what's going to happen. Now, we know it's a one-on-one. God knows we don't need Brock as champion again, but some people really believe in that. But I don't know what to expect at the Crown Jewel or wherever this event will be, if it's not in Saudi Arabia or Area 51 or the moon, or I don't even know. But, you know, we had Elias with a face turn, but like I said, the shocking turn tonight was Dean turning heel. So this Shield thing is pretty much over again. Well, mostly due to the unfortunate circumstance, but this was pretty much a way to end it. And now we're gonna see Seth versus Dean, most likely for the Intercontinental Championship. I guess it's probably a blood feud or something. But, you know, Dean's mostly mad because he kept saying, "You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny? You think I'm funny?" But him walking through the crowd, some of the people agreeing with him, I kind of laughed when they said he had a reason to turn. He had a right to turn. He had a reason. He had a big right to turn. But like I said, that was really one of the biggest shocking turn tonight. But looking at this Monday Night Raw tonight, I will say there was just a lot going on. There was stuff when it was all over the place. I felt it was eerie at one point. It was really sad. It was really messed up when the beginning, and we were all shocked in the end. And there was a lot of strange turns going on tonight. Listen, I'm not going to say, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not going to say this was like a perfect Raw or a great Raw or anything. I just think it was a lot of shock-worthy news going on. Some stuff I really didn't care about because, like I said before, they poorly booked this Evolution pay-per-view, if you ask me. And the only thing that's probably going to save it is NXT or the Mae Young Classic. Or maybe Charlotte and Becky. I'm looking between those three matches. But, you know, the biggest things you can really take away from the show was just the whole, you know, Roman leukemia situation, which, you know, unfortunately it's going down right now. And, you know, hopefully we see him back in the future soon enough. And he will beat this fucking disease and kick leukemia's ass and be back. And like I said, the next biggest thing you really take away from here is Dean Ambrose turning heel. That's literally the biggest thing you can take from this show. Those are the two biggest things you can take from this show. So Raw, it just was a thing where no one didn't really expect a lot of this coming tonight, especially in the beginning of the show. No one saw this coming, even in the end. I don't know where Seth and Dean do now with the tag team titles. I will say that they are the tag team champions, unless they want to relinquish those next week and get rid of them. But we will see what goes on from this. And like I said, I'm sure a lot of plans are messed up now. There's going to be a lot of changes in the next coming weeks. Is Raw still really going to suck? I wouldn't be surprised if Raw still sucked in the next week or two. This is Monday Night Raw, folks, okay? This is Monday Night Raw. It's not getting any better. But tonight, there was a very big difference in stuff that was a lot changing around. But, like I said, that's my review of Monday Night Raw. Like I said, it's unfortunate what's going down. What happened with Roman Reigns. It's fucked up. And, like I said, I've already explained this in the video. But, like I said before, I do believe he will beat fucking leukemia again. Come on, if the man says he's beat it before, I damn sure believe he will beat it again. Okay, I get it's a fucked up disease. I don't know what kind. I heard there were different kinds of it and stuff, but you know, like I said, I do believe he will be back. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's like I said before, kind of near the beginning of this video. All you can really do right now is send your thoughts and prayers and hope for a very speedy recovery for Roman Reigns, and he will be back on the show. But like I said, it's in back in the WWE and better again. But you know, like I said, a lot of things have changed after what we saw tonight. Mostly a lot, I wouldn't say probably forced changes, but like I said, the Dean heel turn, nobody saw coming. They didn't. But I'm out of here. Comment and subscribe. Check out my Monday Night Raw review tonight, and any other past reviews that have gone down from my Bound for Glory review, SmackDown 1000, or Impact Wrestling review. Either one of those, please check out and comment, and subscribe. But I'm out of here. I will see you guys later, and you guys have a good one. Peace out. It's just been a very just a very strange, almost eerie mood tonight. That's all I gotta say from that. But I'm out, guys. See you guys later. Peace out.